It's like off center. Hey, Joey, how you doing, brother? Apparently, we're seeing like the opposite reaction that I thought we were going to see, but that's okay. It happens. Good afternoon, Lucio. Holidays were very nice. Thank you, my friend. Hope you and your family had a happy and healthy. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, this precipitation unfortunately makes me feel like crap, and I feel like it's been snowing for days. And actually, looks like it's stopping. Look at that, see? You guys are the good luck charm. The Dow is up 800 points right now. This is kind of the opposite of what I was expecting. Had to dip down to 56 a barrel on the news. And apparently we went up to 58 and a half. Yeah, silver we knew would stay strong. It's probably going to continue to climb. Bitcoin back up a little bit. LAC, baby. LAC. That's why I was saying, what? Down at like 4.25, 440, right? That's why I was saying sub 5 could be a pretty good buy. SCCO. Once you pop, the fun don't stop. Oh my god, look at that. Setting up for even a higher high. It's going to pop up tomorrow again. Almost 156. My goodness. Look at that, right back there. Right back there, did the video in the 40s. It's almost 160. Oh my goodness. Hold on, why is this like off? I don't like change. Hey, what's up, Niels? How we doing, huh? I didn't even know they made another Avatar. $1 billion, huh? Yeah, how much did it cost to make this one, though? Yeah, SoFi. I saw SoFi having a pretty good day. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. Again, like I say, I really don't like being incorrect. So I'm upset just because what I said is not coming to fruition. But, of course, I understand big green markets mean probably the bulk of your accounts are doing well. So I'm happy for everybody. I just thought Venezuela news, and again with the oil, people thought, oh, we got so much oil, so everyone was saying prices were going to drop, and somehow oil is up. I don't know, the whole thing's just kind of throwing me for a loop. And the dollar was up, the dollar was hanging out, it was on its way back to a trend line. And then as you see, we have a big rejection there, got above the fib. Got above the fib, then just started dropping at around 9 a.m. Wow, Timu oil in Venezuela. These Chinese everywhere. Yeah, we had like Chevron, we got Exxon up. Like I did not expect this. I really did not expect this. Schlumberger 11.5%. Yep. Oh man. That's funny. It took practically a whole year. But I remember specifically mentioning Schlumberger in my Trump video. Now you can see stock just went from low 30s up to 45. Again, I mean, you know, I'm happy for everyone, but I still say this is not the move we're supposed to be seeing. Look at the way it came down. They held it. That's why I posted the chart in the Discord the other day. Look at that, the way it was holding that top trend line. That's why I was saying silver's definitely still in play. And now it's going to pop up. It's going to go even higher. I know people are speculating a lot of much, much higher prices for silver. Psychological level obviously is about 100 an ounce. And we drew out those trend lines also. Yeah, you can see. Oh, I got a hair in my mouth randomly. It's supposed to be on my head. So you can see, I know it's hard to tell, but like this break up here to this line. Yeah, I mean, we're talking like 190, 200 an ounce. That's why I was saying 200 an ounce. If it breaks up, goes even higher, we're talking 325 an ounce. And supposedly, if you do a little online research, there's a lot of people talking about big banks having big short positions against silver, you know, paper silver. Other people speculating we went to Venezuela for the silver, not for the oil. Oh, and it's funny too, what was it, like 20, 25 years ago, I think around like 9/11. Supposedly the story on the inside was that they were going to go into Venezuela like 20 years ago. But I guess that didn't happen, and we delayed it for today. Well, the other day. Excuse me. I still personally believe Trump tries to right a lot of wrongs this year. And in my opinion, what I mean by that is I would stay away from Yep, there goes my keyboard. Good start to a new year. Awesome. I would personally stay away from, I still think insurance, pharmaceuticals, I still think those are in the crosshairs. I really wouldn't, I really wouldn't personally feel comfortable buying into those. Yeah, you still got time. Stay positive. Like I said, it spiked up here. That they're, in my opinion, they're trying to keep it from exploding and going parabolic. Because even when it was out like 70 on its way up, people were betting for the pullback, and then it just continued to chunk like 3-5% a day. How about some of our smaller speculative stocks? BlackBerry hanging out. How's our buddy Hydrograph doing? Yep, just hanging out. I'm back. Yep, just hanging out. What else we got? What about like Nokia? Just hanging out. Oh man, there was so many stocks. How's Coke looking today? Flat. A lot of these names flat. DraftKings Core Civic doing well. Up. Yeah, DraftKings. That this is what I was saying again. You know, I know it's hard to try to time a weekly option, but again, bigger, smarter money. That they're looking at this again. They're looking at $34, $5, $6 stock, and they're seeing 50 plus. So, in my opinion, I still say DraftKings, given some time, should be more than fine for you. Again, I was trying to time calls on this whole dip, and the whole time I was saying, this is a ridiculous overreaction. Brought the stock down to 27. Now it's up 9 points on a $27 stock, right? 33% move. Just inside of the last, 7-8 weeks. There we go. I told him to be patient, and in my opinion, I would be accumulating shares of CXW. Yeah, that's funny. Do you have any idea how expensive windows are, apparently? Apparently, we put a piece of glass in a frame, and it's ridiculously expensive all of a sudden. That's one of the biggest scams going right now, windows. baby. I still can't believe Silva, man. I kept mentioning it. I mean, listen, Trump again talking about, trillions coming in from tariffs. And again, people, they hear that and they're like, wait, what? We made, what, 2 trillion today on tariffs? It's not, it's not direct, right? We know that we're getting billions in extra payments from tariffs, but also when he talks about, oh, we collected trillions from tariffs, that is the accumulation of all the companies that mentioned, oh, we're going to reinvest, 200 billion, build some factories here in America, right? So it's not like they all cut him checks for trillions of dollars. We're getting that reinvested back into the country. But we wouldn't have gotten it if he didn't put tariffs in place. That's what a lot of people aren't understanding. They're not making that connection. And they think like, oh, these guys are all buddies, so he called up Zuckerberg and told him to, pledge 500 billion or something. That is not how this works at all. That's not how this works at all. Even if I had that money and you called me, if you were a nice guy, maybe I'd consider it. But big business is big business, right? As we know, one hand washes the other. If I'm going to give you something, you got to give me something, right? We reciprocate. And this is what happens. Got Trump telling Apple, like, hey, listen, well, I'm going to charge you out of the ass for making these phones overseas. All of a sudden, Apple's taking, 500 billion and, oh, we're going to build factories and we're going to make phones here. Uh-huh. Hey, Nick, what's up, brother? I had a good one, man. I hope you and your family had a happy and healthy holiday season. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I'm doing well. I'm just banged up, honestly, from the snow. It's been snowing up here the last couple of days. I've just been sleeping like crap. Sinuses are all messed up. But I'm alright. I'm alright. Yeah, I know. A lot of people were saying they got sick, they're not feeling well, somebody's under the weather. Yeah, you got hit too, yeah. Definitely something going around. That's why I felt my body fighting it, like around like Christmas, even like the day or two before Christmas Eve. I felt like I was fighting off like a body flu, but then it didn't really hit. Um, yeah, I didn't have like a fever or anything. I just been feeling very sluggish. That's all right. The snow has been keeping us busy though. There's always a path to shovel, a car to clear off. And you guys know up here in the middle of nowhere, these people got a little bit of land. And apparently the only device everyone uses is a snowblower or a leaf blower. Been hearing those at 7 a.m. Drove through upstate New York yesterday. It was nonstop flurry. Yeah, man. It's the altitude. Got that thin, cold air over here. It just snows whenever it wants to. Hey, Deli Bob. Happy New Year, brother. Hope all is well, you and the family. Hope everyone's doing alright. Yeah, it was a pretty good holiday. Went to my sister's, saw some family, and had the kids running around. Yeah, it's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a good year across the board. Honestly, you know what? I know I always say it. I'm like a broken record, but I would honestly consider Spy Puts here. I would honestly consider Spy Puts here. Oh, I can't breathe. All right, we're gonna start taking donations. I need to raise like I don't even know how much it is, but I need like I don't know 20 grand, 50 grand. We need to get me a nose job. I don't even want it to look good, you know, because people come in and they're like, oh, I want like a nice little nose. I want it to complement my face. No, 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 no. I want actually a massive, wide, exploded nose, so that no matter where I am, no matter what the environment is, I could just, oh, and just take in all the air I need. It's gonna be the weirdest looking nose this plastic surgeon ever did. But I'm still gonna give him 5 stars. You know why? Because I'm gonna be able to breathe like an animal. A gym membership. See what I mean? See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about, man. You know, Europeans, you know, they miss the plot. I don't know. They're always on a different page. They're not even in the same chapter in the same book sometimes. These people. These people. And you can't go to Planet Fitness because there's girls with the guys in the boys' room in the locker room, and the lady was flipping out, and then she got manned. See, can't even go to Planet Fitness if I wanted to. Looking for that big nose. I'm gonna walk in, the doc's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I can see. Yeah, what you got hit a couple of times when you were younger. Looks like it might have broke. Oh, I could straighten out that nose for you." I'm gonna say, "No, doc. I don't want you to straighten it out. I want you to widen it out. I want the nostrils to extend under my eyes. I want the widest nose ever made. I want all the oxygen." Uh, no, I don't think it's a deviated septum. It just happened. I just had bad luck, man. I just had bad luck. One side feels like it's completely crushed, and I got like one of those kind of like rounded Italian schnozzes. There's no like bridge in the nose. And when you're a kid, you don't think it's a big deal, but there were a couple of times where I just randomly got cracked in the face. Uh, Basically playing every sport you could think of somehow. And they always said technically like, oh, it's open, your airways are open, but like there's certain things like if you know how you could like pull on the skin on your cheekbone under your eye and like help open up the sinus. Like that's what I got to do sometimes on the right side. Right? Which means that even if it's not, completely broken or whatever, like it's got to be clogged at least like 20-30%, or the sinus canal itself was like crushed and it's hindered, kind of like a crushed straw. where I can't get 100% up. But yeah, man, when I was younger, man, I remember one time it was like recess. I was in like second grade or something like that, and I don't know what happened. I ran across to like go play football with these other people, but these other kids were like kicking a soccer ball against the wall. So boom, I ended up taking a soccer ball to the head. And one time in basketball, someone tossed me a pass when I wasn't looking. Boom, caught that right in the face and actually chipped my tooth a little bit. And I remember I was very upset because that was like right after the baby teeth fell out. And like the permanent teeth were coming in, and then all of a sudden, like boom, all of a sudden I get smacked in the face with this basketball. Tiny chip off my tooth. Yeah, no, it just happens to, believe it or not, it was never from a fight though, I will say that. I mean, I've been hit before, but no one like cracked me in the nose and broke my nose. That's not why it got messed up. It was strictly basically like all sports injuries. Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Like I said, it'll happen, right? It'll happen. The community will blow up. Everybody will make millions. And then we'll, once we get that island boy money, get some plastic surgery, we'll take care of it. Hey, what about the other guy? uh, we join the puts. Down we go. Yeah, I didn't really get into any crazy fights because again, people, that's usually how it happens. Usually you see someone with a messed up nose, and, oh yeah, I got into a brawl, or people walk into doors and shit. Me, I just kept getting cracked. Go to baseball to the face. Oh, I remember one time, speaking of baseball, we were young. I remember we were like maybe like 11 or 12, and I never caught before. I was usually the pitcher. I played third base and outfield. And I remember, like, I pitched the first game, right? We did all right, but we had a doubleheader. And then for the second game, the kid who was our catcher was also one of our pitchers, had a very good arm. So they wanted him to pitch the second game. Then he comes to me and he goes, oh, I don't really want this other kid behind the plate, right? You're sharper, you hang on to the ball more. You catch. All right, no problem, right? I mean, after all, it's the middle of July. I just pitched. And now, in 100-degree doubleheader weather, I got to put on all this catching equipment. Okay, no problem. Not even complaining about all that. What happens? One low pitch, bounces off the plate, goes right under my cup, and bashes my testicles. Just had some bad luck, man. Just had some bad, caught a baseball in the testicles. Caught one in the face. Gets rough out there sometimes. Boxing in the backyard, throw the gloves on. Yeah, that is fun. That is fun. That's the one thing that sucks about the city. Everyone, is like in an apartment. Like no one has any. You don't really have any space. You don't have any room, and that's why you hear stories like that. Like, oh yeah, we'd go out and we'd box, or we'd freaking, we turned this guy's house backyard into a football field or whatever. Like, just didn't have any space like that to do any of that shit. But yeah, that's awesome though. That's awesome. They're supposedly saying that our testosterone continues to decline, like year over year, generation after generation. So, any of you young men out there, or if you have young boys, just keep them active, man. Keep them active. Keep the blood flowing. I mean, you get older, you get old drained, and you have to worry about work, and, you don't do many sports or activities anymore, but when you're young, man, if you're young, you gotta be out and about, man. Motion creates emotion. You gotta stay on the move. Get that vitamin D. Stay active. Stay in good shape. Because you will lose it one day. You will lose it one day. Yeah, injuries always happen. I remember I broke my foot freshman year of high school. I made the baseball team. I remember we had baseball tryouts like right in the beginning of the school year. But then the season didn't start until like March. So I had to like stay active. And I met a kid who was on the track team. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know we had a track team. And he's like, yeah, he's like, technically, this be perfect for you. You're just looking to stay in shape. We just run. Say, all right. It was the day of Halloween. Okay, are you ready for this? Got another story. Day of Halloween. We finished running a couple of miles. Got back to the school. And, like, the door was open in the gym, so people took out, like, 1 or 2 basketballs. They were shooting around, so I was like, all right, I'll play some hoops for a few minutes before I go home. Went up for a rebound, came down, landed on top of someone else's foot, broke the metatarsal bone, which is the very thin bone on the outside of the foot. Honestly, was never the same since then. Was never the same since then. And I remember going back to the track coach and having him try to give me like some physical therapy and really rework out the leg, the ankle, the foot. And it is amazing how your body sometimes is never the same after an injury, because I tell you, man, I would dig so deep to hit that next gear. And they would like time you running out of the batter's box, and time you running around the bases, and I tell you, man, I just couldn't hit that second gear. Like I just lost my speed. I just lost my speed completely. Became good friends with them. Yeah, that's how it happens, man. You broke the same bone, huh? Yeah, it's funny. I told people that story, and then everybody was like, oh yeah, that happened to my uncle. Oh yeah, that happened to my brother. It was all of a sudden, like, everyone breaks that bone the same way. But yeah, I remember I came down on top of that person's foot, and it just felt like a bad ankle sprain. And I was like, ah, shit, I gotta sit down for a minute. And then, as the pain went away, I went to stand up, and I just got shooting pain. Hopped my way into the locker room, and then, of course, I saw a random giant bulge on the side of my foot. I said, yeah, that ain't good. Something's broken. That ain't good. Yeah, and that's another thing, too, right? That's another thing, too. My muscles deteriorated because back when we were younger, they would put on those casts, which apparently now they don't do anymore because it destroys the muscles. So that's another thing I think about too. If I got one of these like newer casts and didn't completely paralyze the foot, the ankle, and the calf, You know, I'm going to maintain some of that quickness, some of that agility. But yeah, it's whatever. I'm not crying, just telling the story. I spy with my little eye. Oh yeah, bunch of good times. Bunch of good. I remember it was like so deflating too, because if you think about the time frame, right? I'm talking freshman year. I did the baseball tryouts. Oh, you made the team! Yay, that's awesome. Oh, I'm running track for a few weeks, right? I mean, what? School starts what? First, second week of September. This was the end of October. So I literally started a new school, right? Make some friends. Oh, I'm on the baseball team. Oh, I'm running some track. Boom, broke my foot. Ruined everything. Ugh. Injuring the pelvis. Ooh, damn. Okay. It's possible to get. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Usually with injuries like that, what it always comes down to, well, based on what I've seen anyway, it just always comes down to just finding the right man or woman for the job. Once you find someone who like actually understands the muscles, the tendons, the stretches you should do, the any exercises, physical therapy that might help. Once you find the right person, it completely changes your outlook on the injury. So hopefully this new person helps you out. But yeah, pelvis is rough. Pelvis is rough. It's like right up there with, cracking a hip and whatnot. That's a rough area for us. Yeah, you keep us posted. You keep us posted. It's all about the physical. Surprisingly, too, when I got the cast off, they like didn't set me up for physical therapy or anything. They were just like, "All right, you're good. See you later." And thinking about that now, looking back, it's like, what? Like, was I supposed to come back to your office? At least maybe like 2, 3 weeks. Stretch out the foot. Like you watch me walk on it, put some weight on it. Oh, stretch like this. It'll be good for your foot, right? Like, literally none of that. Literally none of that, Nick. Went back, they cut the cast off. That was it. And that actually always made me think too, because like I said, when I would sprint, I told you, when I would sprint to first base, run around the bases, like it just wasn't there like it used to be. And I'm curious now, like if I did like a week or two of physical therapy and kind of re-strengthen the leg correctly. What are you gonna do? The best part about being older is you can you just make up stories about your past, act like you were Nolan Ryan, right? Could go to one of these local high schools, get a job as a coach, eh? Eh? Yeah. Then I had a random late growth spurt the summer going into senior year of high school. All of a sudden, that's when I started growing, and I jumped up to over 6 feet. Yeah, and I don't know. And then it was weird, right? And then it was weird because like I had a bad foot, but then I like elongated, and I mean it wasn't instantly. It was like within a couple of years later, but then all of a sudden like my knees were bothering me. I don't know. Like I said, some of us, grow perfectly. We're able to stay very athletic for a while, get blessed with no injuries. Some of us don't. Can't all be pro athletes. I would have loved to have been a pitcher though, even if I only made like single A, just some little club or something like that for a season or two. I enjoyed pitching. Pitching's very difficult. A lot of people think like, oh yeah, wind up, throw it as hard as you can. Nah, there is a science to it. There is a science to it. Spark 'em if you got 'em. Here comes that drop, Niels. Here comes that drop. What do you say, Niels? And then I broke my arm, right? You think you break shit like when you're younger and then you grow out of it. No, no, no. I told you, when that one kid doxed me and posted my LinkedIn page or whatever, and it showed I used to make the mozzarella at the supermarket over there. Unbelievable. I was working there for, I don't remember, like 4 months or something. I gave him my 2 week notice, right? I'm working out my 2 weeks. It was the second to last day of my 2 weeks. And yeah, somehow I was coming out of the basement and slipped and fell right on my arm and broke my arm. That's why you always got to stay sharp. Yeah, we were younger. They told us to just rub dirt on it. And now we're falling apart because of all that dirt. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna like blame. I mean, it was a freak accident, but I do also think that we're actually getting weaker because of everything we're ingesting and shit. And whatever it is, chemicals in the water, preservatives in the food dyes. And I know, like, there's studies that show, like, oh, this one, may cause cancer or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But in general, I feel like these things are just deteriorating. I mean, it's already scientific. It's already scientific knowledge that, what is it? Drinking a lot of soda, like, lowers your bone density, right? So think about a kid who, always drinks soda, only drinks soda from the time they're 11, 12 years old, right? Take the same kid, 13, 14, boom, little collision, all of a sudden, right? Broke his whole shoulder as opposed to spraining or fracturing. You know what I'm saying? And I know we're reaching, but you can understand my point. We're going to go to the best facilities. Let me tell you something. When it comes to facilities, we have the best facilities. Look at Niels trying to stir the pot right now. Like I always tell you, brother, I talk shit about Denmark, but sometimes we forget it's over there. Good old Denmarkians, am I right? That's why I love you, Niels. It's like if the move doesn't work out right away, we just gotta tolerate you until you're satisfied, right? Can someone explain to me how we just go into Venezuela, take the frickin' leader, got all this oil, but somehow oil is up? Can someone explain this to me? I'm over here wasting Niels' time. Look at that LAC. I'm telling you, in my opinion, they're gonna be buying into a lot of these plays, man. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the supply increased, brother. Simple economics. I still like this one. Again, this is like the forgotten about tech. Baby, I love you way. I wanna be with you night and day. Yeah, that was a move, man. Nobody saw that one coming, I'll tell you that much. What the hell? I got something on my mouse pad. No! Not fair. Yeah, it's good enough. Yes, apparently, Amazon is like backlogged as well. I went on the other day. I was looking for just one of the longer tables. I gotta get a bigger table. I feel like a pauper over here. Got this tiny little table in the corner. This room. I don't know. I don't know. Gotta put gotta put some rocket ships and some moons over here, right? Gotta paint some dollar bills on the walls. But yeah, I'm gonna fix the room up a little bit. But I just ordered. It was just like a bigger folding table, right? You guys know, like those folding tables. And I was like, oh, this one, it's a little bit longer. They had it in black. I think it could be set to like 2 or 3 different heights too. You could like change on the legs. And I was like, oh, this is pretty sweet. Yeah, I could use that. Okay, boom. Apparently, I don't know if it's, in transit or if they just took a few weeks off for the holiday season, but I don't know. Apparently, this table's coming in like 2 weeks. So, like I got a table on the way, but apparently it's gonna take. I put the order in like days ago, and then randomly it gave me a date. It was like 3 weeks. So I was like, "What the hell? To bring me a plastic table? 3 weeks?" I mean, usually, oh, you order something today, you get it tomorrow. That's why I figured, a couple days, 3 weeks. I'm getting my money tomorrow. You better answer my Discord message soon, boy. Oh, this guy's crazy. This guy's crazy. Trump's taking over everything. Literally taking over everything, all right? We're going into Venezuela. We're going to take over all of South America, right? People are worried, oh, he went after this country. What country's next? No. It's not a country. It's a continent. You understand? Going to take the whole continent, and we're just going to relabel it America, right? We're going to have North America, South America, all going to be America, except Canada for some reason, right? Because they're just very annoying. And honestly, I don't even want them. I don't even want them. So we're going to be America. And then we can rename Canada to, I don't know, Trash America or something, right? We gotta distance ourselves, right? Give them a negative adjective. We're just going to take over the whole freaking continent. Be able to do whatever we want. People were already posting like, oh, there's silver reserves, that are more than the mines in Africa, in Venezuela. Okay, so if that's true, that's what I mean. We're just gonna start taking it over. We're gonna take over all of South America, and we'll be able to control the world. We'll be able to repay our debt. We'll be able to, push out Russia and China in the oil trade. Be able to do whatever we want. And speaking of which, I can't lie. I mean, you could bash Trump if you want to, but in all seriousness, if you do look at the money coming in from the tariffs, the fact that he's even hinting at getting rid of the income tax for us, the fact that all of this money is coming in now as investments into the country, if you really look at it, I mean, he really is doing like a kick-ass job, man. He really is. And again, whatever the debt is, whatever, 38, 40 trillion. Like I said, you got all these companies, pledging, like we said, what are we up to? 14 trillion or 18 trillion or whatever that everyone's investing. I mean, really think about that, man. Really think about that. I mean, the guy took literally like half of the debt, supposedly, and he's getting it. He's getting that amount rerouted back into the country. Oh, excuse me. Didn't see LAC till now. It's because you're a piker. Go big or go home. That's it, baby. Your glorious leader wants to invade an allied country, by the way. Who's that? Who's an ally? We don't have any allies, remember? Wasn't there a story about, like, us protecting the whole world and them not paying their fair share? Wasn't there, like, the story of our goods getting tariffed and taxed when we send them to any other country, but no one else was paying their tariff and their tax to sell in our country? Wasn't that a story? Because if that was a story, anyone now who thinks they're trying to talk shit needs to go help themselves to a history book. And listen, don't Don't type out that blasphemic shit, huh? Have some respect. Act like a champion, huh? Long live Trump. Hey! Big Lou! Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year. How you doing today? You got some snow by you? I got some snow over here. Oh, S&P dropping. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now you should be in a good mood, and you should talk only lovely things about America now, because an American just made you money. USA! USA! He could, just not talk about annexing Greenland. Everything's done for a reason, bro. Everything is done for a reason. Time off from the market. You just got a little flurries? Damn, I might have to relocate, man. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought this was America. Well, I can't defend myself? I'm not allowed to defend myself? Thought this was America. Oh, I'm sorry, thought this was America. I am technically, honestly, I'd have to double check, but I believe I'm right on the border. Because I think it's, yeah, what do they say? I think once you hit like fourth generation, you're technically like 100%. So I believe I'm like right on the border. So like one side of the family, like I may be the fourth generation, and the other side I may kind of be the third. So I guess you could say I'm like third to fourth generation American. But yeah, I mean, the accent's thicker. Obviously, I'm Italian, but I was born in New York, obviously. So that's why everyone's like, "Whoa, look at that accent." It's like it's kind of more the New York, believe it or not, than the Italian. But yeah, no, I'm technically I consider myself 100% American. I am a real American. I don't want citizenship anywhere else. I mean, I love my quote unquote homeland, and there are many great countries, but I only want to be a citizen of the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. USA! 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 Everyone's on stolen land. These people make me laugh. These people, like, really think that, like, civilization and country lines were drawn 100,000 years ago, and, these people from Denmark had their area, right? I mean, what? You never went to war with anybody, right? No one did nothing to anyone over there. No one stole anything over there. That is a great South Park episode. Definitely one of the best ever made. Definitely one of the best. He starts singing the song to himself. You're the best. Hooray! Oh, man. That show used to be so good, man. Yeah, I'm an American. I am an American. These damn Denmarnians. You notice it's always a European who cries the most about America. Did you guys honestly ever realize that? Meanwhile, they're losing every country in that region in real time, 10 times faster than what they're trying to do here in the States. It's wild. This shit is wild. Europe's gone, bro. Europe's gone. I feel bad too, because again, like we just said, right? I technically ancestors are from Italy, so like even my parents were like, oh, we'd love to fly to Europe and spend some time in Italy, but it's so expensive. First of all, the price, of course, was an issue, but then, as you see now, is ruined. It's ruined. No reason to go to Europe. Literally, zero. I am a real American. Like I said, buddy, you got all this energy? Take it on X, bro. I don't give a shit what you're saying. Think I give a shit? You honestly think I give a shit? And in case you're confused, the reason why I don't have to give a shit is because I'm American. USA! USA! All day, baby. Oh, yeah. Good times. Good times. Like I said, people always want to talk shit about America, but they keep coming here. They keep coming here. Right? Anytime you want to go toe-to-toe with Niels, you let me know, all right? I mean, we all heard stories about the tens of millions of people trying to flood Denmark to be part of that, right? Like I said, this is why I say, like, I love people from other countries. Like, I don't want to be rude, but, like, sometimes we forget you're even there. You know what I'm saying? So just hang out, live your life. Don't pass judgment on our fucking country. Because we're not sitting here thinking or giving shit about your country. And, we'll just take it from there, one day at a time. How about that? How about that, you piece of shit? Hit you with that fucking A-team, baby. And you know why I'm the A-team? Because I'm American. USA! USA! Oh, yeah. Cream's rising to the top now. CNXC having a very nice day. Up! Up! Look at that. Look at that, boys and girls. Oh, what an interesting chart. Yeah, that's good, though. You keep your migrants out. That means you're racist. That's what everyone says now, so now we know. Now we know all of Denmark is racist. Unbelievable. Never thought I'd see the day. Hey, you don't have to take it up with me, bro. I don't give a shit. Listen, I know it's a random name that a lot of people, including Europeans, are not familiar with. But there is no C in my name. There is no C in my name. See, that's how we know you're a piker, because if you actually sent me donations, you'd know the spelling of my name, right? I'm on fire today, baby. Thank you. I know you do. I know. I'm only teasing you. I'm only teasing you. It seemed like the only joke I could really connect with the spelling of my name, so I had to go with it, you know? I had to go with it. You can't, it's like winding up to throw the pitch, you know? You can't stop midway. You gotta just continue and let it go. Vote for Bernie, he said. That guy Bernie, he doesn't even know where he is. You know that, right? They keep these poor people, they keep them in Congress till they're like 85. Oh, yeah. Yeah, someone almost got taken out right there. Yeah, I don't know, Niels. You know, you're gonna keep pushing us. We're just gonna hop on the next flight. Grab your boy. What do you got over there in Denmark, huh? You got any silver? You got some oil? We know you got something. And don't get it twisted. We will end up having it. So if I were yous, I'd keep my mouth shut. That's why this is crazy. If we're just allowed to just go into countries and just take people, bro, I'd be going nuts. I wouldn't even hold them either. I wouldn't even try them. Honestly, I would just relocate all these people and just scare the shit and bug them all out. Take Maduro, drop him off in Calcutta somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Take President Xi, bring him over, drop him in friggin' Africa somewhere, some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day, Joe. We're feeling good. We're feeling good now. This is why I like to jump on the stream, you know? S&P dropping. I tell you all the thing. I tell you to buy the put. I tell you to buy the put. And they brought this back up. I'm telling you, man. Look, see, they're teasing it with this line. I think it rejects. I think it drops down to 53, 52 a barrel. I think it comes back down to this trend line. I am not buying this up move in oil. But that's just me. Some people may disagree. Some people may not give a shit. but I think it's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. Oh, what's going on in Discord? Yeah, ASTS puts. Bro, they love this stock. Shit. I would buy puts, honestly. That's just me. That's just me. You know I'm a realist, though. You know that. Killian! What's up, baby? How we doing? How we doing? See that? You seen that S&P pulled down a few points, huh? Eh? Some CI. Up to the moving average and then down. Up. Look at that. Popped. Looked like it was consolidating, ready to go higher, and then ended up pulling back. You see what I did there? I think... I mean, again, I still have to stand by my analysis. The growth of the revenue cannot be denied for something like SMCI. And I understand people, oh, well, they're not, technically like a main leader. Like, I understand what you're saying. But again, we spoke about, well, I did anyway, spoke about looking for something that is on sale potentially, right? Because, of course, again, the bigger companies could continue to grow and become bigger. But if we do have a little bit of a setback, they're going to be the ones who take the biggest hits because they ran the most, right? If we want to bring SMCI, quote unquote, back to reality, it should technically drop much, much less than a lot of these front runners because it's been down. They've been keeping it down. Again, this next quarter coming up, I mean, the numbers may be light, they may be, right? We don't know. Earnings are a toss-up, but they're guiding for over 10 billion in this earnings coming up. The market cap is 18 billion. So I thought the snowball was going to continue with their numbers, and that's why I said, in my opinion, $200 stock easily. And even though I do still stand by that analysis, some people may seem like it's such an extreme move from here, which is understandable, but I still say, back to that $100, $120 level should be a layup. Should be a layup. And the market's being green today. I mean, kind of, I guess I can understand it, but also at the same time, I still do feel we should be down, not up. But also at the same time, I still say something like oil should not be up this much. Silver should be up more. I mean, as the news hit, again, if you go back, if you look at like 3, 4 in the morning, I mean, oil had the dip again down to like 56 and change a barrel. Silver at the time was up around 4.5%, 5%. And then we had the spike up, and then we had the drop. So they're trying to reject it here at the high 77, 78, but it's going to be up more. which is why I still say, again, perfect timing, very, very difficult, but I would still say, like, any dips I'd personally see on silver, I would consider SLV calls. I still think if you want to buy SLV calls with some time on them, if you're able to buy, a couple of months out, I do believe that the price of silver does continue to climb. I think we continue to make highs. I know it hit, 83.75. I think we continue to break up and hit higher highs. I do think it gets minimum to the psych level of 100. And again, I still do feel the opposite way about oil. I do still say over the next couple of months, the prices of oil should start to drop drastically. So, again, I know they're delaying it, because all of us basically agreed, USO puts, oil's going down, right? When we heard about it. And now you can see, we wake up, and it's up almost 2%. So for all we know, that's why I say, for all we know, they could just be taking one day to just burn out all the traders. And then tomorrow, oil could drop 5%, 7%, who knows? So, again, unfortunately, the timing is very difficult. A lot of the times I am early. But I usually am right. The dollar should be up. The dollar should be up. The dollar was up initially. This is where I was watching it, I think. We were climbing back up to the trend line. And we did eventually hit that trend line. People are still buying this stock. Alright. I still say right here, Rivian, Palantir puts. I'm saying QQQ also right here. And SPY. Why not? Why not? Grab your VXX calls here. Get your VXX calls here. Oh, I also think... Joe, love you, brother. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Showing the support. It's all about the support. Now, what was I just looking at? I was going to say something else. Oh, TLT. TLT. I actually think that yields... Oh, shit. I actually think yields go down, which means TLT should go up. I'm in the wrong channel. TLT should go up, in my opinion. Please support your local streamer. Oh, right as I say puts, they try to pump it. That's a good sign right there. That's a good sign. They're ready to tank it. They're ready to tank it. I didn't even check my accounts. See how much I love you guys? I put you guys above me, my family, everything. I gotta check my accounts, man. I could be rich. Could be rich. Might be able to go back to bed right now. I get knocked down, but I get up again. This computer's running like shit. Do 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 do. Oh, green candle right after I say puts. I love it. Oh, I love it. That's going higher. That's going higher. You down with LAC? Yeah, you know me. How's B&G doing? Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Cause of the dividend. Why? I mean, they shouldn't, but they could bring it down here. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, I love when the timing is incorrect. Incorrect. Okay, wait, so this money's settled? Ah, yeah. Yes, I say. Yeah. This is why we say, you know, you gotta understand it goes up and down. It's also not a good idea to walk away. I can't breathe. I love it. This market has a mind of its own. This should be climbing, which means this should be dropping. $4 is nothing, bro. I could sleep for 10. Think that's a lot of time? Yeah, there you go. There you go, Killian. You gotta remind them. You gotta remind them how the market works sometimes. He's looking to double down. I mean, I would. I'm Mr. Vegas, but, you know, that's just me. I am Mr. Vegas. So wait, I only have gauge in one account. Look at this. I got no money, bro. I got no money. Nobody loves me. We're looking for a spy put. Spy. Oh wait, right. I can't buy today. What's today? So I gotta buy tomorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, love you. Tomorrow. Bro, place the order. I'm just trying to buy this freaking thing. Can I buy? Can I buy one? Can I live? Can I live? Hey, we got filled. Get your puts here. Wow, what the hell's that? Ooh, they added a nearing expiration symbol. Ooh, so fancy. How did you guys get so fancy? Why is there no refresh button on this page? Looking for the putsy. Looking for the putsy. Hey, Tommy Tulip, what's going on, buddy? How we doing today? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Monday, Monday, Monday. Uh, 5% Monday. Very nice. Good for you, brother. Good for you. One day at a time. That's what I always say. S&P coming down. Here we go. Here we go. And here we go. Still say SLV calls. SMC, yeah, all up in my eye. You got a Prada bag with a lot of I like SMCI, man. I like it. I like SMCI. I like SMCX, which obviously is a 2X long ETF. There's also SMCY, SMCI income ETF. Honestly, I mean, again, you can't go too heavy because nothing's guaranteed. But as we saw, until the nonsense and bullshit started with SMCI, the stock was on fire. And again, I mentioned it. Pre-split, it was at about 350. Then they came out and they early prelim numbers were like above expectations. Stock runs to like 550. And that's when I was looking at the numbers and I was saying like at the time, 2,000, 2,400, which is about $240 now. And then we got obviously the Hindenburg bullshit. But that stock was on fire. And I still think the potential is there. I still like it. That's just me. I ain't no expert. Yeah, you ain't no speaker either. This reminds me of one of them days where they drop it just before close. Now you're looking for a drop before close. See, Killian is sitting there stoic, knows exactly what's gonna happen. And you're over there, you're just guessing what's gonna happen. Get her done. Alright. I need more coffee because it's not working. So, you watch this. I'll be right back. How about praise? I appreciate that, Jose. Happy to have you. My man. Jose, can you see? Wait, hold on. Those are the words? Wow. It's about a Spanish guy. This came down to just below 6,900, and they're trying to bounce it. I tell you, they can't help themselves. Any earnings today? I don't think so, right? Nope. Thursday before the open? Wow. LAC, baby. LAC, we know what we know. Well, got a few names, but I know Simple was one we were talking about. We got Applied Digital Wednesday and Constellation Brands, which is the alcohol company, but maybe a little expensive on the options side. WD-40 Thursday after close. WD-40. WD. It's actually been a really good name over the years. What's crazy is there's only 13 million shares. That's what's crazy. Uh, I actually do like it. I do like WD-40 over here. Even if it happens to drop a little bit, I mean, it's probably going to bounce back immediately. And that's Thursday, Friday. Okay, all right. So a couple of names this week. I recall getting burnt. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, it was up as you see. They took it up. Was up above 300. Yeah, it may have been somewhere around here where we last looked at them, because I remember this as well. That's why I was even hesitant to say I like it here, because I do know last time I think I said that and we had a drop. But I mean, it's down like 30%. Because in my opinion, I put fair value right around the billion, and you can see market cap right now about 2.6. So again, it was much more expensive. It seems more fairly valued now. But I know it's not the biggest dividend yield. It's not the biggest bargain. So if someone says, oh, I like ABC and their dividend and better, like, I understand. I can appreciate that. But, I mean, it did just dump too, right? Which is why you could run up, a day or two going into earnings. You might be able to even flip it like that. You might not even need the earnings. Just an idea. Just an opinion. I feel like I feel like this wants to drop back down here, and they're just delaying the inevitable. 342. Up, up, up. Yeah, CNXC. Again, it may have been a little bad timing, but overall, that one was undervalued as well. That's why I drew out that predicted path, and you can see again, it bounced off that support, and it's climbing up and out. It's slowly getting right back to where it was. S&P now technically at lowest point since like 3 o'clock. Here we go. Here we go, S&P. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, appreciate you putting that faith in me, brother. Yeah, that one was just bad timing. You just kind of, I mean, I know I said what I said, but, you just kind of happened to be on stream that day and jumped in that one with earnings last time. It's all right, though. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. LAC, again, LAC may take some time, but that one should be fine. Should be good over time. Wasn't this down? Wait a minute. Oh, I thought this was lower. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, again, a lot of these names seem like they have big things coming over the next 3, 6 months, 12 months. So, this is the time, again, this quote unquote boring, stagnant time where people get impatient. That is the time, as I say, to accumulate shares, build a position. Again, like I said, first of all, it's not too bad because I think it will come back. All right, we've had people down 90% and maintain hope and end up, breaking even or making money. So, yeah, it's not that bad. And again, just like Sportsman's Warehouse, I mean, in passing, I said that about a couple of names that were reporting earnings, and I know you happen to jump in that one. It was holding up all right from last earnings. Unfortunately, I think you're the only one that owns it, but I still think it'll be all right. Honest, yeah. Again, that's what I mean. I've spoken so highly about so many stocks, and people, it's like somehow everyone piles into the ones that aren't moving. Dude, don't you realize I'm doing it on purpose, bro? We don't want you here in the U.S. You understand? They are trying to bounce this. This thing is ready to break. This is unbelievable. Up, up, rejected. Oh, it's a fighter. She's a fighter. Bringing it down a notch. Bringing it down. Hey. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. That one's for you, Killian. Salute. Oh, why does it taste so sweet? That's why you don't get scared. You don't get nervous. You was scared, huh? You was scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Well, I guess your best wasn't good enough. This is what happens when you drill. We cannot use your NASA drill time only card. I like SLV calls. Hey, RD, what's up, brother? How we doing, huh? Happy Monday, huh? Dropping. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate the support. We're happy to have you. Yeah, we're doing all right in here. We're doing all right. Good little start for a Monday. Throwing me for a loop, actually. That oil is up, but that's okay. Up, 6,900. 6,900. Sub 6,900. Going into the close. Hold on one second. I got something here for you guys.
That was easy.
There you go. Woo-hoo! I may be right, I may be crazy, but it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. Oh, baby. Dirty pop. Why does it taste so sweet? Right? And I joined late. People were probably like, hey, where's this guy? I was talking about him before, saying the puts, and people are probably like, I don't know. Poop! Delhi with the happy 2026. Look at that, right? First Monday of the new year, we come in, still go to work, still picking winners. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I can literally give myself a 30-day vacation right now. On that 31st day, I'll log on, jump on, and pick winners for you. I'm telling you, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. They need Reddit. They need all the bullshit. As I said, you could take the internet away from me. I'll chisel charts into the bark of a tree and still pick winners. Appreciate that support, Deli. I'm glad it worked out for you. Never had a doubt. Yeah, I mean, RD, I looked at Schlumberger before SLB. I mentioned it slightly mentioned it in the Trump video, and that was back in the low 30s. Now the stock is, it's up like 10% today. It's back up to like 44, 45. So I do think a company like that could be in play just because I think it's maybe still undervalued. We could reevaluate, but I really wouldn't, I personally wouldn't jump into Exxon or Chevron or anything like that, because I do still believe that oil prices drop, which in turn should take down the price of those stocks. Remember how I found you there? That's it. Yeah, we'll get you on the options. Don't worry about it. We'll get you on the options train. Alone in your electric chair. I'm sorry, Lou. I was having like 3 different conversations. I forgot where you were going with that. I told you dirty jokes until you smiled. Oh, they are fighting for 6,900. Little do they know, this is all fugazi, and we gotta drop like another like 200-300 points here. Easy, easy. You know what's still solid though? Yeah, no, definitely a great album. You know what's still solid though? SECO. SECO, baby. That's why I kept saying American metals, minerals, materials. Because we need these things. Oh, what the hell was that? Someone call up the SEC. They're not doing their job. They can't help themselves. Look at this candle at 3:59. That's the candle. Come on. Come on. It's right in your face. No one seems to notice. No one seems to care. LAC with a day. SCCO hitting highs. Silver strong. Gold, of course, hanging out. Bitcoin almost up 3%, fighting to get back to probably around that 95K mark. Yeah, that was a wild finish right there, huh? Made 12 bucks. Hey, Dubs in the chat. Dubs in the chat. Shades in the chat. Again, when you start out with a little, I know it seems like a little, but as we say, as long as the percentage gains are there, absorb the knowledge, learn the disciplines, and you'll just slowly continue to snowball, build up that account value, build up that buying power. I freaking knew they were going to start dropping that thing right at the end. I knew it. I knew it. As we say, it's getting old, right? It's getting old. The bullshit tricks. It's getting played out, man. We see it coming from a mile away. But I do still say that major indices pull back. I would personally still be looking for like SPY, QQQ, DIA puts, or you can buy something like SQQQ, right, which is the ETF that goes up as QQQ, which is the NASDAQ, goes down. I do think yields continue to drop, which is why I was saying the 20-year ETF TLT. TLT moves inversely to this yield right here. So if the yield keeps dropping, TLT should technically keep rising, which is why I said, in my opinion, TLT calls. But yeah, long term throughout the year, I mean, SCCO technically should remain strong. Copper company. Something like SB is probably going to just hang out, hold steady. LAC, I think, is a great buy still. I do believe oil reverses and goes back down. And I believe silver goes to 100 plus. All right, brother. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate your support. Glad it was a good start. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Nothing like a green Monday, am I right? Yep, did this sneaky little drop. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, we're going to pull back, probably fill that gap. Then they might try to bounce it, honestly. Then they might try to bounce it, right? Because they're selfish, greedy bastards. But I do think everything pulls back. Maybe it bounces, but that's why I'm still saying puts, in my opinion. 5 o'clock somewhere. There you go. Fix me a highball. It's 5 p.m. somewhere. Yeah, it was a good day. Yeah, I know I came on late. Well, we only streamed. Yeah, it's been about 2.5 hours. Yeah, usually stream like 5, 6 hours, but my bad. Late start to a Monday. So you shouldn't be upset. It's 10 p.m. by you, bro. That's the future. You understand? You're in the future right now. Right? It's only 4 p.m. right here. So tell me what happens in the next 6 hours. What do I miss? How many kronas is it up to? Shit. And then sing us a song, you're the piano man. Alright, brother, have a good night, sleep well. Appreciate your support. I didn't even check my emails today. I mean, one of you could have sent me $1 million. I don't even know about it. Yeah, we'll move over some more money so we can lose it. I mean, invest it. Yep. Silver climbing right into the close, and after the close, oil's gonna drop down, man. I'm telling you, I'm telling you. It should, anyway. Alright. That's enough. That's enough of this. I want to thank everyone for hanging out, spending some time with me. Appreciate the support. Started late here Monday, but got the best community around. You guys jump in, still get me pumped. And we still pick winners. Everything happens for a reason. But happy Monday, happy 26. Hope everyone's doing all right. If you need me, I'll be in Discord, but hopefully no one bothers me. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Sleep well. God bless. Take it easy.